There we go. I'm just asking the other questions first. The
So in the old
Yellowstone.
world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan.
Okay,
Do you know
damn.
anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh's servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
Colorful additions, nice. The
There's
drones.
a ruin east of here full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project.
Oh, Dodger Blevins
He was a strong
again.
advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Okay.
Were there
ALS.
many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were
Crazy shit.
legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization.
Like the timeline is actually kind of an hour timeline, so it could be happen in, like, let's say 20 years. Why not?
As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Okay, Ted Farrow. This is the one who... This is the reason why the Project Zero Dawn was started.
Do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor? But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one.
Ah, okay. So, Cyan was... Hey, Crunchy. Hi. Sorry, my chat was... It's kind of small. So, I'm responding a bit late. Yeah. Hi. So, Cyan was actually invented before... Wait. It was invented before Ted Farrow started military robots. Oh, that's pretty crazy. What else can you tell me about my mom, I guess?
And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development.
You mean Crunchy?
But
I kind of
never
like the
met
name.
Dr.
It's
That's all you know?
it sounds
if my lack of data has
like I love crunchy, any kind of crunchy food, so it's kind of funny to me. Kind of love everything what crunches in my mouth when I eat it. So yeah, I like it. What was it like?
What was the old world
Hmm.
like? The way it used to be.
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from
Well,
my
okay, she
colleagues
was in this
or observed from
facility the
media
whole time.
streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement.
I've got to say, it's interesting to
Though,
hear all of this,
rationally
what science
speaking, the
says, but
metrics
it's
for
like
humans are
nothing,
not
it doesn't feel
unlimited.
like related to the story, I must say. Like, this is kind of weird. Oh, thank you for the following, Crunchy. If you want to play some games next time with me, like on Friday, it's always I'm playing more of a single player games, so it's kind of sad. Like within the week, I'm playing more of multiplayer games. So I guess if you want to join on some games soon, you can always ask for it. There was always a feel free to join chat command in my stream. So yeah, but I guess I want to finish this game today because I like the game. It's pretty cool, Horizon Zero Dawn. But I must say I played so many hours on it right now, and I just want to finish it so bad that I can see some other gameplay. I'm kind of the one who actually wants to play some different games, and this one was pretty cool so far. But still, I just want to finish it, get the story through, to start a new adventure in another game. That's my goal. Okay, the upheaval.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So
Okay.
there wasn't enough room for people.
It is like a new
or-
ice age.
Yes.
The problem is the new
Billions
ice
were
age.
displaced, and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
A clawback. What is a clawback?
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes, these crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone.
Did you play
I would
Horizon
have
Zero
liked
Dawn
to
already?
compare notes
Like,
with
did you
other
play through it
monitoring
completely?
AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my
Oh, okay.
assessment was premature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I kinda think it's pretty cool as well, but I don't know why I started it actually. I just seen a new DLC before it's like two months. Like there was a new DLC on it announced, and I was just like, ooh, it came to the PC, so let me just try it. I have a PS4 as well, but I don't like to play it on controller. So yeah, I kinda just said, yeah, let's buy it on PC and play it and wait for the DLC then. Yeah, and as I say, I must admit it's pretty cool. But now I got to wait like at least a year or two for the PC, for the DLC on PC, and that's pretty sad. I like the usual things, like always when it's a PS4 or PS5 exclusive, you always have to wait like forever. I know I've waited for Detroit to Become Human. I waited forever for this game. This was so sad. Just because I didn't want to play it on PS4. Because of I want the best graphics, PC Master Race. Okay, what are you?
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay.
Ah, hello. You mean Last of Us 2?
But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off cycles, I used coping mechanisms.
Well, I've got to say,
I solved many Gaussian
I love zombie
integer
games,
problems,
every kind of zombie game,
but I
and
was
I've
alone.
like I love Dying Light
It
and
was Araya who renewed me,
most of
prepared me.
all zombie games and
She
probably
saved me.
films as well. But I couldn't like I didn't like The Last of Us at all. I tried the first one and it was like it felt so clunky. Like the game wasn't like my thing actually. Like that's pretty sad. Like I was really hyped. Like really what did you just do? No, I was really hyped for Last of Us. But when I played it, the first one, it was just awful. In my opinion. Like I just didn't like it at all. What the hell did just happen? I'm sorry, my stream elements is sometimes a bit interesting configured, I guess. You think I should try it? Like just as I said, I tried the game and it was like really. I just didn't like it at all. Like there was no way I could have fun with this game. Like there's another game coming to the to the PC, like another zombie game. I don't know how it's called. Is it Last Stand? Or not another PS4 game, like where you have an open world with zombies. This one looked pretty promising. I never played it on PS4 actually. But I wanted to try this one on PC. It's not The Last of Us. It's Last Stand or I don't know what it's called. Like I gotta Google this one. It's Last Stand. You see? It's this one. No, it's not Last Stand. I don't know. I don't know the name. Like there's one game coming to PC soon with an open world zombie shooter. This should be pretty cool. This was a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Okay, so the
This Firebreak project. It was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility.
Ah, Days
I have
Gone.
been
Yeah,
active
that's the
for
name. That's the
centuries,
name.
Aloy.
Days Gone.
I was lonely, but not lax in my duties.
I wanted to try this
I
one.
optimized the project, reducing
Days Gone,
energy
not the
draw and
not
spreading
Last
the load
Stand. Days
across
Gone. Yeah.
backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes,
A little time.
if only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Okay, yeah, it stays gone. Oh, colleagues.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues?
Yeah, Days Gone. This must
I
be a.
received an unexpected
I thought this would
visit
be a
from
pretty
Director
cool game,
Chow years after his
in my
tenure
opinion.
ended.
Like I've looked
He
some gameplay
explained
of it,
that I
and it
would need to
was
be
pretty awesome.
suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Ah, Candy Chow. But wait, I can't even see him. Like I thought he would show me Candy Chow. Was
the
Hephaestus
demon,
destroyed?
Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace.
Ah, okay.
So,
Like
while
Hephaestus
losing the
is still.
cauldron was a setback.
It's
Wait.
still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
Like I'm thinking about maybe in the new DLC you have to fight against Hephaestus as well.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request.
Wait, your
I assumed it came from human survivors, more advanced.
your phone
than the
almost
primitive.
died?
Eager
Like
to
cause of the
make
battery
contact,
or cause
I
of
accepted. This decision
cause
turned
of it
out to be
fell?
a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming
Because mine is
array
usually
of malicious
falling
code,
1 or 2 times a day.
originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced
Okay.
me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
Okay.
That sounds...
That's why I always have like a mobile
Your
station right
empathy
next to
is
me.
greatly appreciated. It is a
Like my
quality
chat
that
is
I
on my
cherished in your
phone
reign
right
as
now,
well.
and I'm just I always have it on a station because of that. Otherwise I would just forget it, and it would be always on 0%. Hephaestus in
I
Zero
know where
Dawn.
Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming
Okay, that's...
system. And it worked.
The question is, why
It was
is
controlled
Hephaestus
by an AI named Gaia, along with her
like a
subordinate functions.
malware right now?
Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened.
So maybe Hades
19 years
overrid
ago, Gaia
the
received some kind of signal.
Hades.
It did something to her subordinate functions. Brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them. But it didn't work. They all got free. Out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
What time do I usually start? It kind of depends. Like, it's more like I'm kind of giving a weekly schedule every week. I'm streaming mostly 4 times a week, and sometimes 3. If I like, it depends on my working schedule, but normally I'm kind of starting at the evening around 7 p.m. like Middle European time. So yeah, probably around 6 p.m., 7 p.m. till around 10, 11 p.m. I guess. Like this is my usual time. Sometimes I'm doing like special streams. Like in the next few weeks, I'm probably gonna do a Sunday stream, like the whole Sunday, with my girlfriend. We want to play the like, how's this game called? It Takes Two together. So yeah, it kind of depends. But my schedule on Steam on Twitch here is like is always I kind of always update it on Sunday or Monday. I usually stream like Thursday, Wednesday, or first like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So Friday is always the RPG day. And most of the time Saturday as well. Like I try to get 4 days, but most of the time, if my working schedule doesn't give me the time, I'm just going for 3 days. Like yeah, 6 7 p.m. under the like midweek, and most of the time 7 p.m. Out of Saturdays I'm mostly streaming middays, like 12 p.m. So yeah, that's kind of my usual thing. Like the best thing is always just looking on the on my Twitch schedule. There's like the best way to get along with my times. It's like always on point. Ooh, holy shit! South Africa. Okay, this like. Do you even have like much time difference to us? I don't even think like you're on the kind of same time zone as us, no? If I'm right. Like how late is it at your place at the moment? Like which time do you have at your place?
Why does Hephaestus keep building such
Hephaestus
dangerous machines?
killing.
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression.
Oh, okay.
It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines.
Oh yeah, it's 22:08 for me as well. Like we're on the same time zone, actually.
A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When
So yeah, it's like 10
there in some unknown location, free
10:08 p.m. for me as well. We're in the same
time.
time zone, just as apart.
I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both.
Like you know, time zones are like it's horizontal, not vertical. We are like this. I found something that calmed the
I ran
machine.
across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
You said that Gaia
It's
destroyed
confusing
herself.
with the time zones.
How was
I
this
get it.
An explosion.
I'm always having the issue if I'm watching American streamer like some kind of US streamers.
It's
I'm always
only
having the issue
speculation, but
to
it is
find the right
possible.
time zone for
She
them.
must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I.
Okay. Well, can I ask about every material?
I found this
Metal
strangest
flowers.
machines. They're surrounded by flowers and look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and Evening Bell. and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But
That's a
you
pretty
asked
cool
about these
one.
flowers, not verses that I enjoy.
Wow.
Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that
Nope,
their creator
I don't
is
have a
one of the
PS5.
other subroutines,
I only
now
have a
autonomous,
PS4.
like Hephaestus?
And
Maybe one
I've
whose
gotta say,
purview is
I'm
far.
more of an Xbox
AI
kid.
that makes flowers instead of
I don't like
decorations.
I don't like the
Please.
PS5 at all.
But
I was
what about
always
poems?
more on the
Unless
Xbox
poetry
side.
is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its
And
programmer.
the new the new
In my
Xbox
case,
Game
Dr. Sandoval
Pass is just
uploaded a great
pretty
deal of
awesome.
literature
And
to
I will
test my
probably
emotional responses.
buy a
How'd
Xbox
you do?
Series
She
X
said, I passed,
if it's
but
available
was
in our country. But
insufficiently moved
I live
by
in
her
Switzerland.
favorite
There's
period
like
romances.
no shop who's actually selling this. Like they are all sold out. So I'm waiting for them, and then I'm going for my new Xbox. Like the Xbox Battle Pass has like it has like so many games I've played as a kid. Like there was like I kinda like the old Halos and the old RPGs I played when I was a kid, and that's why why I'm more on the Xbox side. And I've got to admit, like I don't like the PS5 exclusives. Like most of the PS5 exclusives are not worth in my opinion. Just to get a console, which like I don't like the controllers. I don't like the software on it. So yeah, I'm always more of the Xbox side. And of course, like the Xbox is pretty good, compatible with any PC. That's pretty awesome for me. So yeah. I will always be the Xbox kid.
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I
Korea.
understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from
Did
her
it get
tribe
GTA
and her
5?
family group.
I don't even know.
Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and
I kinda-
became eager for them.
I will probably
Yet I
follow
did
the
not
news about the
comprehend
Xbox
that the
again when I
depth
can
of
buy
Araya's
one.
compassion for me would lead
As soon
to
as I can buy
self-sacrifice.
one, I will get the information
Although I do
first. What
fear
else?
non-existence,
What games you have on the
I
Xbox,
wish
and then
our
I'm
roles could
and then
be
I'm
reversed.
obviously
Sure
buying
she
it.
knew you would do the same for her, Cyan.
It's just so
she's
sad that I can't, just because of the sold out issues here.
How was
Aratak.
Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
Okay, I guess I got all the questions done.
I should get.
Well.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Ooh, like I don't know. I use the brain. Use your judgment.
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Araya. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best.
COD zombies.
As long as you ditch the superstition
I
eventually.
never
As
play.
the
I didn't
Banuk
play this
believe I
mode
am a
since
supernatural
Black Ops
entity,
1, I guess.
cannot predict
I don't
how
even
they
know
will
how
react.
the
Just
mode is actually
answer
right
what
now.
they do ask the best you can.
Like
The
I
truth will come
was
out.
playing Call of Duty Modern
I will
Warfare
follow
2. This
your
was like the
advice.
best Call of Duty ever.
Will you return and tell me about
And then
your
I played like
experiences in
Modern
this
Warfare
new
3
world?
and the Black Ops
I
1.
may be able to
I
provide
was-
further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan.
Disappointed by
I'll
the
come back
games.
when I can.
And then I never touched a Call of Duty again. Completed side quest, Forge of Winter. Well, I guess this is the last quest I get in the Frozen Wilds. Epsilon overrides available. Okay, I can override fire claws now.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus.
Wow, silence is back.
Interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. His minds on their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life.
Like, why is she talking so calmly to silence now? What the hell?
Rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Favorite
Is that what
weapon?
you told the hunters the Banuk
Favorite weapon in which game? You mean in Call of Duty?
No, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning.
Or do you mean
My
in
past and
Horizon?
My secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Oh, you mean in any game? Oh, Cyan. In any game... Well, I've got to say, in any game, I'm kinda in this... That's a pretty good question. Like, the thing is, I like bow and arrow as well. In kinda any game. When I played PUBG, there was like this crossbow. I played crossbow all day. It was just fun to use. The only thing is, like, whenever you... Like, in which kind of game? I'm playing much Apex. And in Apex, there's like... there is a bow coming soon. And it's like... I don't feel it's pretty cool. Because it's like such a fast-paced game. In like any RPG... I'm kind of liking to play mage stuff, and I like to play archer stuff. So I'm kind of into bow and arrow as well, like in every game.
Through the trees.
But I must say there are some kind of games I just don't feel like playing bow. Like it's a pretty slow weapon, and if you have like fast-paced games, it's pretty sad if you lose just because you have the bow and can't keep up with that. So yeah, I'm with you in any RPG where I can play at my own pace. But if you're like in a shooter, well, in some shooters it's even good. Overwatch has bow and arrow. Overwatch has a character named Hanzo. He's playing bow and arrow. This was pretty cool as well. I liked Hanzo a lot in Overwatch when I played it. But yeah, I'm kinda more of the support player. So I was more playing support characters in Overwatch. So what do I have to do now? Like I don't think I have any more quests. Yeah, those are just some other quests. There's like the fire claws. I won't do them now. Like I wanted to... the only thing I wanted to do... no, it isn't. Overwatch is actually, I think, like 50 bucks? 30 bucks? Pretty expensive. Okay, I said I wanted to do The corrupted zones. Yeah, this was the end of it. Like, I wanted to do the corrupted zones and then I wanted to close it out for today. Because I kinda finished earlier than expected. Like, this is... I didn't think like the Frozen Wilds would be over so soon. Okay. This corrupted zone was with the rock dwellers. This is the painful one. I just say this is the painful one because those rock breakers were freaking insane. And they are probably still freaking insane.